superiority of the norms and principles of international law, and I am very grateful to Madam President for her comments in her introductory remarks with respect to territorial integrity of Azerbaijan, which is a fundamental principle of international law and the main principle which must be observed in resolution of the protracted conflicts. Yesterday, our minister addressing the Assembly also elaborated on other priorities, therefore I will not go into much details, just to name them. Fight against corruption will be one of our priorities. I think that Azerbaijan has unique experience in this area because, unfortunately, all the former republics of the Soviet Union have the same problem. This legacy of corruption seriously damages the successful development of our country. Therefore, in Azerbaijan, we implement numerous measures, including administrative and also institutional reforms, in order to combat corruption with great success. And one of them was relatively newly established the public services program, which exists for 1.5 years, and already almost 2 million people applied to these centers and got necessary documents, and this seriously influenced the reduction of corruption in Azerbaijan. Therefore, this experience, I think, will be interesting for member states also to know. During the visit of Mr. Secretary General to Azerbaijan, he visited one of these centers. Youth and education is our priority as far as our policy, domestic policy, is concerned. Our society is young, very dynamic, educated. The level of literacy in Azerbaijan is close to 100%, and we clearly understand that only educated society can be a guarantee for successful development, can be a guarantee against radicalism, against fundamentalism. Therefore, education is one of the top priorities for our government, and during the last 10 years, more than 3,000 schools were built in Azerbaijan, and also the quality of education is improving. At the same time, we implement numerous programs in collaboration with the leading universities of the world, sending our young students to train so that we can have intellectual potential in line with our economic potential. These are basically the main priorities which will concentrate during our chairmanship. Our chairmanship is an important milestone in the history of our membership in the Council of Europe. Of course, this chairmanship is a chairmanship based on rotation principles. Therefore, it's just our turn has come, but at the same time, it will be a good chance for us to present our country and to address important issues also which create concern in different European countries, issues related to democracy, rule of law, and sometimes selective approach to situation in different countries. I think one of the issues which we'll definitely raise during our chairmanship is the situation of sometimes differentiated approach to situation in the countries of the same region. Therefore, refuse from the principles of double standards, I think, will be a great contribution if we succeed during our chairmanship in the Assembly. As far as the general development of our country is concerned, as I said before, country is young, but with great history, traditions, dynamic, with a very active foreign policy, and a country which plays a stabilizing role in the region, because the potential of Azerbaijan is growing, and our initiatives related to regional cooperation are supported by our neighbors, and today the neighborhood is growing, so initiatives which we launch now cover many more countries. We have a strong support from international community and very positive reputation in international institutions. Our biggest diplomatic success was when Azerbaijan was elected as a non-permanent member of United Nations Security Council. As a young country which still needs to present itself to the world, that was the biggest achievement, and we are proud of that. And also we are proud of the fact that 155 countries supported our candidacy. So absolute majority of international community trusts Azerbaijan, supports Azerbaijan, and considers Azerbaijan as a reliable partner. And during 2 years of our membership, twice we chaired the United Nations Security Council, and according to the overwhelming assessment, our chairmanship and membership was very successful. We largely contributed to peace, security, stability, predictability in the world. At the same time, membership in Security Council was a unique experience for our country, which of course we will use in the future initiatives. We established very constructive relations with the absolute majority of international community. Our bilateral ties with European countries are